All right, this is FMD, Find My Device. You can find this on F-Droid. This is a way to find your phone if you lose it or it disappears. All right, I've downloaded FMD from F-Droid and have installed it. And this is what I've checked. You see there's grant, don't grant these. Okay, I don't do any of this. Bluetooth camera, delete, um, which means wipe data on your phone. Don't do any of that. Flash is already set, and then GPS on off. You want it checked. Locate. You want these two checks, and I do this check down here below lock. I don't grant lock. Then I think this one automatically gets checked, and then ring. You want these two checked, and then ringer mode I think automatically gets checked. And then stats, you check this. So that's what you do. And when you do GPS, it will ask you to do something with routing or something about side load or something. There is also something called if your phone isn't rooted, meaning you can't get to the system, you can't get to the software area which is prevented from being messed with. If your phone is rooted, you can get in there. You can mess with the apps that come with the phone, but if it's unrooted, you can't. Well, when you're trying to do GPS, it wants to be able to get in there. Well, if you don't your phone isn't rooted, you can go over to F-Droid right here, and you see at the top it says Shizuku. Okay, download the app called Shizuku. Type in Shizuku app. You can probably just type that in. There's APK, file types, whatever. See, this is a site where F-Droid is in FMD. So anyway, you want to install that on your phone and then run it, and supposedly you can get the GPS to give you this check. You have to have the check done. My phone is rooted. I've done that. This is a Lineage operating system here that I'm using, so I don't have to bother with Suzuku app. So anyway, the next step is you tap the little button down here. It says transport channels. So you tap that, and it's talking about how things are transported to your phone. That's what I get out of it. So these are various options and stuff. The only one you want is this first one. It says SMS. So you make sure it's checked. Okay, because it says used to say grant. You want it checked. So anyway, you tap the green button, which says access control, and you go in there and you add a phone number. So you go on the bottom. It says you add a phone number, and you just type a name in, and you type a phone number. I'll type in big. Okay. Now let's make up a phone number. Is that 8 digits? Let's see, 3. Yeah, it's 8 digits. So we add. It says the phone number is invalid. Let's try it again. So we'll just put something in here. Uh, Here's another one. Okay, so anyway, don't add the phone, add contact, okay? So you add contact, and meaning that you go to your contacts, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to show you my contacts, but I would just, it says complete action using contacts, meaning people. So I would just push once, and I would go choose one, and then I would do my thing. Now, let's go to SMS passwords. Okay, this is very similar. I already added one. Here, I'll add another one so you can see it. Let's call it this, and I'll put a password in there. Let's call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Um, let's try it again. Okay. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we add. Okay, it says it's already there. So we tap the button. Looks like a shield next to checking to the right, and these are the options. You only want to check the ones I have checked. Leave the other ones unchecked. And you press save. Now over here, when you add a contact, you get a phone number. You will also have these options to choose from, okay? And you want to make sure the only ones you check are these, right here. I think this is it. And you just do this. You want these checked only. Take a good look. Then you save it. You'll have that option over here after you add a phone number using add contact. I don't think the one below, the add phone number, actually works. So you want to use the add contact. So you mess with it and figure it out. But anyway, we're getting out of this area. So those are the only two you do. You don't do this one, notification passwords. You only do this one and this one. See, it says right here, the phone numbers in this list are allowed to access FMD on your phone. In other words, people can contact your phone using text messages. And then here's the command. FMD command, whatever command that is. Anyway, it says there's this FMD has to be entered first, and then you give it a command. And there's certain numbers, certain commands you can give. Okay, so anyway, and then this one, the password is that you can use any phone, but you have to include the password to contact your text. So it says FMD, you type your password and then the command. So you can use any phone to contact your text, and this one you can use specific allowed phone numbers to contact your text. All I'm interested in here is for your phone, which is lost or whatever, to be contacted via text message. It doesn't matter if your internet's on or off. So anyway, let's get out of this. We go back here and we see notification reply. Don't grant it. FMD server. Don't do this. Your internet has to be on for this to function. We don't want to have your internet on. Now in-app. See, it says this is a tester. It says send commands locally from within your phone. Anyway, this is we just tap this. This is like a test, you see. So I'm going to type ring. This is the command, ring. And I send it. All right. See that? So that's what would happen if someone contacted this phone if it was lost or whatever, and it would make a loud noise. There are other options too. The only ones that I'm interested in is this. Is that one, the ring? This is called flash. This will make your light of your camera flash on and off. Now that's good if your phone's somewhere out in the field and it's dark and you don't know exactly where. The ring is good, especially if you choose a wild sound like that. If it's in a cloud, it's a noisy area and you're trying to find your phone, that thing will make it more obvious where it's at exactly. Now the other option, which I only use 3 options. I just spoke of the flash and the ring. The third option is this. You type in FMD GPS, Global Positioning System. That's what I think it means. Mainly what that is you have a number of satellites, and your phone uses information from a number of satellites to determine where the phone is at. So I guess it's contacting satellites. I'm not sure how it does this. Anyway, so you have to enter this command first. It says FMD GPS. Okay, that beep, there was a beep, and I'm not going to show you because it might compromise what it's on my screen. But that one says it's waiting. It's actually it says that it's your location GPS stuff has been activated, meaning that it's now active. Something like that. It says GPS activated. Now you're going to type in locate space GPS. Now what's going to happen is going to take a little bit of time, but it will respond either with an error saying it timed out, or it will provide exactly within a certain number of distance accuracy where your phone is at. And you can look on a map, which you can also they'll send you a link, and you can tap on that and post it in a browser or something, and you can see where your phone's at on a street map. You see you're at another phone and it's telling you where your lost phone is at on the street map. All right. So, and if it doesn't work the first time, do the same command again. Do this again. Locate GPS. And eventually it will tell you exactly, because it may not always work. So anyway, that's the few things I use. You don't really need to do anything else. But you have to root your phone for GPS. You can use the Suzuki, whatever that app was, or you can have your phone rooted using, I use a router called Magisk. It gets right in there and makes everything that's in all the software on the phone normally that you can't erase. It provides access to it by me. So whatever I can't get to normally, I believe I can get to it. At least all the apps that I normally can't erase, I can get all of them, and I can erase them. I can add apps if I want. I can do whatever the hell I want. So that's about it. So if you have your phone rooted, you're good. If it's not rooted, anyway, you can figure that out. But this is how it works. So that's that. This is this, and this is this. we're not interested, I'm not interested in having the data. See, you can actually locate your phone using cell towers, but that means your phone has to have the internet on. And on top of that, um, you may find difficulty with the methods that are used to do this. So just avoid all that nonsense and use GPS. Okay, that's my thing so far with what I know.